Imagine a crow stands beside a busy road, holding a hard nut in its beak. It does not have strong enough jaws to crack it open. It does not have hands. It does not have a hammer. So it drops the nut onto the road, then it waits. A car rolls over the nut, the shell breaks. The crow watches the traffic light, waits for the cars to stop, then walks forward and picks up the food inside. At first it looks simple. A bird found a clever way to eat. But what if this is more than instinct? What if that crow is not just reacting to the world, but reading it? What if it understands timing, danger, tools, and opportunity better than we expect? And if a crow can do that, then the real question becomes much bigger. Are animals smarter than we think? To understand this, we first need to change what we mean by intelligence. Most people imagine intelligence as something very human: math, language, books, technology, exams, cities. But animal intelligence does not have to look like human intelligence. For an animal, being smart may mean remembering where food is hidden. It may mean recognizing a dangerous face. It may mean learning from another animal. It may mean solving a problem without anyone teaching it. It could be emotional intelligence, social intelligence, survival intelligence. A dolphin does not need to build a computer to be intelligent. A wolf does not need to write a story. An octopus does not need to speak English. In the animal world, intelligence is not about looking human. It is about solving the problems of your own world. And few animals show this more clearly than crows. Crows are not large animals. They do not look powerful. They do not have sharp claws like eagles or strong jaws like lions, but they have something else. They are extremely good at learning. A crow can watch a situation, test an idea, remember what works, and change its behavior next time. Some crows have been seen using sticks to reach food hidden in small spaces. Others drop hard food from high places to break it open. Some seem to recognize individual human faces and remember who treated them as a threat. Think about what that means. A crow sees a problem. Food is there, but it cannot reach it. So instead of giving up, it uses something in the environment as a tool. A stick becomes a beak extension. A road becomes a nutcracker. Traffic becomes part of the plan. That does not mean a crow thinks exactly like a person. But it may suggest something powerful. The crow is not trapped inside one fixed behavior. It can adapt. And adaptation is one of the deepest signs of intelligence. Because in nature, the world keeps changing. Food moves, predators appear, seasons shift. Humans build roads, cities, wires, windows, and machines. An animal that can learn from change has an advantage. It does not just survive because it is strong. It survives because it can think with the world around it. But here is the strange part. Some of the most impressive intelligence in animals does not look like puzzle solving at all. Sometimes it looks like memory. Sometimes it looks like emotion. Sometimes it looks like silence. Think about elephants. An elephant walking across a dry landscape may look slow and calm. But inside that giant head is a powerful memory system shaped by years of survival. Elephants can travel long distances, remember water sources, recognize social bonds, and respond to the calls of other elephants. For a young elephant, survival is not just about strength. It is about learning from the herd. Where is water during a drought? Which path is safe? Which sound means danger? Which older elephant knows the way? In an elephant herd, knowledge can live inside relationships. The older animals may carry memories that help the whole group survive. A path remembered from years ago can become the difference between life and death. This is a different kind of intelligence from the crow. The crow may show quick problem solving. The elephant may show deep social memory. One intelligence is fast and flexible. The other is slow, emotional, and connected to family. And this is where it gets even more surprising. Both can be intelligence. We often make the mistake of asking, which animal is the smartest? But maybe that is the wrong question. A crow is not smart in the same way as an elephant. An elephant is not smart in the same way as an octopus. An octopus is not smart in the same way as a dog. Each animal lives inside a different world. For a crow, the world is branches, tools, roads, predators, food, and opportunity. For an elephant, the world is distance, memory, family, water, danger, and trust. For an octopus, the world is color, touch, hiding places, shells, holes, and escape. So their minds grow in different directions. The real question is not whether animals are smart. The real question is how many forms of intelligence we have failed to notice. Humans are very good at human things. We build houses, we tell stories, we create machines. We plan years into the future. But sometimes, because our intelligence is so loud, we miss the quieter intelligence around us. A dog reading your mood from your body language. A squirrel remembering where it buried food. A bee communicating the location of flowers. A whale staying connected through sound across huge distances. A monkey learning which foods are safe by watching others. At first, these behaviors may look ordinary. But ordinary does not mean simple. For the animal, each behavior may be part of a mental toolkit built by evolution. To understand why, we need to go deeper. Intelligence is expensive. A brain takes energy. Learning takes time. Memory takes space. Curiosity can even be dangerous if it leads an animal too close to a predator. So intelligence usually evolves when it helps an animal survive. If food is hard to find, memory matters. If danger is hard to predict, learning matters. If an animal lives in a group, social intelligence matters. If the environment changes quickly, flexibility matters. This is why animal intelligence can appear in so many different forms. A predator may need patience and strategy. A prey animal may need alertness and fast learning. A social animal may need to recognize friends, rivals, family, and warning signals. A tool-using animal may need to understand objects in the world. And an animal living near humans may need to learn our patterns too, when trash appears, when cars stop, when doors open, when people are friendly. When people are dangerous, in a way every animal is answering a question, not with words, not with books, but with behavior. How do I survive here? How do I find food? How do I avoid danger? How do I raise my young? How do I remember what matters? How do I adapt before it is too late? That is why animal intelligence is so fascinating. It forces us to stop measuring every mind against our own. A crow does not need a classroom to learn. An elephant does not need a diary to remember. A dog does not need human language to understand emotion. And an octopus does not need a skeleton to explore the world with astonishing flexibility. They may not think like us. But they may be thinking in ways that are perfect for their worlds. Which brings us back to that crow beside the road. It drops the nut, it waits, it watches the cars. It moves only when the moment is safe. Maybe it is not thinking in words. Maybe it is not planning like a human engineer. But something is happening there. A small animal is reading a giant human-made world and finding a way to use it. The next time you see a bird watching from a wire, a dog staring at your face, or an elephant standing quietly with its herd, pause for a second. It may look simple, but simple is not always simple. Behind that behavior may be memory, learning, emotion, strategy, or a kind of awareness we are only beginning to understand. It may not think like you, but it may be thinking in a way that is perfect for its world. Subscribe to Tony S. Animal IQ to discover how animals think, feel, learn, and survive in ways that may surprise you.